Okay, hello, here we are. I'm gonna wait for a few people to join. So I'll give this like a couple of minutes until people have joined for the second part of the live soldering of the LED cubic ball. I hope the sound is okay. We will see. So last time, I'm gonna ramble on a bit already. Last time we made this PCB here with a microcontroller, two switches for power and mode, and audio input so that the lights can be influenced by whatever audio you feed into this, micro USB for power, and this did work. We tried it out. All the 4 LEDs here at the corner lit up. And then I built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LED rings. 3 more to go for today. Those will be stacked in a spherical fashion. The end result will look hopefully something like, let's see, like this here, or here's also some example where it's lit. So our hope would be that it looks just like this here. If nothing goes wrong, that is. And yeah, so the next step would be to solder the 2 smallest rings here, and then we need a third one, which is a duplicate of one ring that we already did. So I'm gonna fire up the good old soldering iron. I'm gonna put this a bit to the side and find myself the bag of LEDs. Soldering iron says beep, so that is fine. And now we have 3 people watching already. Well, that's great. Hello, y'all. I turned down the latency. I saw that there's a setting in YouTube streaming interface, so hopefully we shouldn't have half a minute of lag. And we remember that the anode, the long leg, is supposed to be bent. Then we put the LED into the hole, and then we go around in circles. So this is a pretty neat way to assemble this whole thing. I'm looking forward to actually soldering the rings together. Not sure how this will go, but we'll see. So far, I think I didn't make any major mistakes. Chances are that we will see something at the end. I'm committed to finishing this thing today, because last time it took me roughly 10 minutes per ring. So that's 30 minutes of assembling the remaining rings. And then we can build the sphere itself. I'm not sure how long that will take, but I guess it will be less than an hour, hopefully. Because that's, well, maybe a bit finicky. But yeah, back in business. Hi, Mouse Miner. You were there for part 1 as well. And as I said, Wednesday I wanted to continue, and today is Wednesday. This is the second live stream I do, so I'm a bit new to the business. And I think the live stream should have been in my feed for you guys. At least I clicked on it's planned for Wednesday 8:30 CET. So people can prepare and say, oh, okay, there's something coming up. It sounds interesting. I'm gonna join. So yeah, here we are. Yesterday I read a bit in the manual, and we can already test once we have the smallest ring. Maybe I should have started with that. You can take the smallest ring, then I will have to take another look at the manual, and you have to wire it up, put it in, and I think you have to wire something to Y0 here. I'm not sure which contact, but they're supposed to go something to Y0, and then the whole ring should be flashing already. So I think that that's something that we'll do to see if we did roughly everything okay. But now I'm first building the second smallest ring. Yeah. Whoops. All right. Halfway around. So one question, is the audio quality and visual quality okay? If so, please drop a line in the chat. Meanwhile, the soldering iron goes into standby as usual. I think there are spares in here because, or is it? Yeah, maybe a few spares because we need to do 2 more rings. Oh no, I dropped something. Yay. So I'm still wondering, I didn't look up the LEDs that they're using here, but I'm still wondering how they do the multicolor thing. I think it's just a timer, basically. So it depends on when you apply the voltage. Because I think with only 2 pins, you can't really, you don't have really a data line. No, this is wrong. Long leg. You don't have a data line. I mean, you could probably pulse some information or modulate the on the power line, but I don't think that they do something so sophisticated. I think this is more cheapish and it's just timing based. Okay, so I have something here. have to adjust everything. Now we're just gonna solder it all together with big blobs of solder. Hopefully not making any short circuits. I see one here, one problem. Ah, come on. This one here doesn't want to stay in. Stay there. Stay a while, stay forever. Ah, hi Matthias. Live assembly, yes. And one of these days we might do this here. And Matthias will know what it is. I haven't unpacked it yet. This is something that Matthias designed. It's one of his magnificent Tandy 3-voice sound cards. A very early version I have here. And it's great for the DOS PCs. And he finished his design now. I think it's more or less perfect now. So you should definitely check it out if you have a DOS machine or if you're interested in retro computing at all. It's a fun little device. Gives a very cool retro sound to a lot of old DOS games. I think here in Europe Tandy wasn't very big, so it's rather uncommon to see Tandy computers here. But now you can build your own Tandy sound machine, and that's pretty cool. Okay, let's start somewhere like here. Might have to open the window soon, so sorry for the noise that comes in then. Yeah, hi again. Yeah, I definitely have to open the window. Either that or the fume extractor, but the fume extractor is extremely loud. I think the window is the better option. Yeah. So again, for people just joining, I'm assembling the LED cubic sphere, which uses this PCB here with a microcontroller and audio input and USB input and some mode switches, and it also has a remote control, and it will make some colorful lights, hopefully, with these LED rings. Charlie plexing is used to address all the LEDs, which is a clever method of using less than 100 pins or so for driving the LEDs. I never fully understood it, but also I never tried to. But I hear it's a very clever method, and yeah, you can use much fewer pins than you actually are addressing LEDs. Well, that's nice. And I think we have our third last ring. VU meter LED board. Yeah, sort of. Exactly. You can put in audio and then you get sort of like a VU meter. Hopefully. If I had the Tandy in the 386, we could use that. But I'm not gonna rip apart the 386 just now. Okay, there something broke. Let's fix that. Let's fix that with a bit of heat and more solder. Yeah, that looks good. So this here is a template for assembling this stuff. Oh no, still broken. Yeah. Oh, crap. Okay. And here I started to fail badly. Let's just use the template. That's what it is here for. Where do I put it? Where do I put it? I can even put it there. I think no, I have to fiddle it. Oh, damn it. Okay, this is the first minor problem that we encounter. But no worries. We can just put more solder on there. Just make big fat solder blobs. Letting it cool off. So you can still place bets if this whole thing will work or not. Because I mean, it's just simply 100 LEDs or so. What could go wrong? Let's do the smallest ring. Oh, wait a second. Is this actually, I think this is actually the ring that goes in here. So we can probably already test. Let's do that first. And for that we have to bend the pins a little. Let me get my pliers. And just bend everything a little bit inwards. Just slightly. Yeah, I think it is funny. I got this as a present for my birthday, so I thought, oh well, time to assemble it. Okay, this is gonna be really finicky. Get all the legs spaced correctly. But I think, yeah, this is definitely the right ring. So inserting a dip IC into a socket is really simple compared to this. I have to bend them ever so slightly more inwards. I hope they don't sell them pre-assembled, because those poor people having to build those things. Oh, come on. If anyone has a good idea how to properly do this, You're welcome to give some advice. Okay, I'm gonna go from leg to leg and try to shift them so that it will fit and hope that the ring will not break. Almost there. There's a few stubborn legs. That's so springy. It's hard to judge which legs are already in and which are sort of like sitting on the edge of a pad or through hole. Okay, I think I got it. Yes. Now the iron goes to sleep. I've got it. Now I need more hands. So when we got one attached, we're already almost in the clear. And one on the opposite side. Yeah, now we're good. This should be now a piece of cake. So I'm wondering what happens if I connect the power now without doing any more wires. So the manual said something about that I have to connect something to the Y0 pad here, down here. But I wonder, because there are traces on the other side, if it's good enough to actually turn it on like that, because I'm not sure what the Y0 to Y10 pads are for. Yeah. So, I think we're good. The first string is here. I think this looks absolutely professional. And I think this here is a bit... No, this is not perfect. Let's put some more solder on there. Better. Hi, yeah. Hi everyone from DOS Reloaded. I'm gonna speak English here because we have a couple of English-speaking visitors and my channel is usually English. But welcome. DOS Reloaded is a very nice and friendly forum, German-speaking forum for everything MS-DOS and retro related. So mostly DOS, of course. And yeah, very nice community. We are building this LED ball, and we have a look at the manual. This is the manual, and there they say something about testing after I installed the first ring somewhere. There's a lot of pictures, which is nice. Connect each to Y0 to Y7 with white cable as pictured. But I don't see a white cable. Okay, so the first layer has to go to Y0, but where? From where to where? Hi Sadako, hi! Very nice. Sadako is actually selling retro sound cards. He's from Belgium, I think. Welcome to the chat. This will be a big family gathering, it seems. So if anyone has any idea how I should connect the wires, because I got this nice little white wire here and I have no idea what they mean, because they say as pictured, but I don't see any wires in the picture. Connect each to Y0 to Y7 with white cable as pictured. Install the IC and test. So I think I see a white wire here for some reason. So is it? Of course, we have to run a wire from the anodes down to Y0, because otherwise we don't have a complete circuit, right? That sort of makes sense. So that's what this puny wire is for. Are we going to use this? Because this is honestly the thinnest wire I've ever seen. I mean, the advantage is it's white, so you won't see it, I would say. But on the other hand, it's so flimsy. I mean, I will try it. They gave it with a kit, so let's try it. We need only like 1 or 2 centimeters. So let's try to... I don't have anything for, what do you call this, de-sleeving or something of wire, so I'm gonna use my snips. If the cars outside are too loud, please raise a hand, say something. I opened the window due to the fumes, because I don't want to turn on the fume extractor, then you won't hear anything. Look at this wire. I'm not even sure you can see it in the stream here. It's tiny. It's positively tiny, and it actually falls through the hole. So this is this is the worst wire I've ever seen. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna put a little bit of solder on pad Y0, and so that it's slightly closed. And then I'm gonna put in the wire and melt the solder. And hopefully I'll be able to stick in the wire. Yes, I was, but I pulled it out too quickly. Come on. Try again. Yes. And I melted the insulation, but no worries. That can't be a problem. Now, can it? And I'm gonna put it here where I've already got a bunch of solder. So I think it's attached. No, it is not. Come on. Okay, here we are. Shall I power it on, or do we want to wait another hour? No, I would say we power it on. There's this nice flimsy cable. Gonna plug it into the USB hub. And it's turned off at the moment. Oh. I already made another mistake. Who can guess what the mistake is? Anyway, while you're guessing, I'm gonna turn on this thing. Well, yeah. It works. That's very good. That's nice, actually. That looks cool. Wouldn't have thought that it works on the first try. Pretty neat. But now, does anyone have any idea what I did wrong? And I'm not sure I'm gonna fix this error today, because it will be a lot of work. I installed the ring on the wrong side. Actually, this is supposed to go this way around, and it's supposed to stick up from here. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm gonna fix that. I think we can, I mean, there's the infrared receiver, but it will stand on the standoffs later anyway. I will probably leave it like that. I can desolder it later. I'm not gonna do it today. Well, this looks actually pretty neat. Yeah, I'm dumb, but no one here told me that I should do it differently. So shame on you people. Shame on you. Yeah. So, now we need to install the next ring. This will be more difficult. I think the next one up is this one here. Yes, this is the second smallest. So we need to put it somehow so that we can connect all the cathodes together. Which means, oh, this will be so terrible. Which means the pliers are back in. Yeah. And we need to twist the legs a bit at the most bottom part. Like this, maybe? And then solder them to the cathodes of the ring one below. Doesn't let it on. Yeah, I can let it on this side, of course. But the manual says, because it's nicer, because here's the big ground plane and whatever, it looks nicer this way around. But maybe you can even 3D print a case for this, so it doesn't even matter. And actually, we like chips, right? So we like to see the microcontroller and everything. So yeah, I guess you can just leave it like this. But it's not according to the instruction manual. And of course, we do everything by the book usually, right? Yeah, I also think it looks cool, that's true. I will leave it like that for now. So, let's see, will this fit? Beep, 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 beep. I think it might. This will be extremely finicky, and I think I need to bend them even more. I think once I've got like 2 legs on each side fixed, I can just press them against the cathodes of the lower level. But the first couple will be difficult. Somebody will have to explain Charlie plexing to me at some point. Like I'm 5 years old. Because I think this is totally magic that you can address them individually with only so few pins. Okay. Oh, this is... I can't imagine people did this without the template. I heard the first revisions were without the template. That's just crazy. So I will tin the cathodes on this side a little bit. Then I will tin the other cathode as well. Then I hopefully can just melt everything together. Just nice big blobs here. Alrighty. This is like a spider, a nasty spider. I think once I got the first, it should be pretty easy to get the second one in there as well. Yeah, almost. Was too impatient. Okay. One leg is attached. And the second one as well. I should have probably removed the chip. I probably should do that now. Where do I have my utilities for that? Not in reach, it seems. No, I don't know where I put my tools. That's not good. Well, I can lift it with a screwdriver. Famous last words. Let's see, a flathead screwdriver should do the trick. Because I don't want to melt the microcontroller. If I kill the LED on this side, it doesn't matter. I have tons more. Okay, out with the microcontroller, and then we can continue attaching more legs. Maybe let's go around to this side. And I learned something else. I should have probably tinned all the legs beforehand. Yeah. Okay, for the next ring we will do that. We will tin all the legs. That will be so much simpler. Oh my goodness. Should clean my tip. Yeah, I think my assembly techniques can use some optimization, but hey, it's the first time I built this. And you can learn from my mistakes. Yeah, it's definitely better to put it on the other side because there's, oops, not much clearance here. Ah! Making big fat solder blobs. Terrible solder blobs. Oh no! And one of them fell down. Let's pick it up. Nice solder bead. Off you go. Okay, let's try to put them together now. Okay. Once I put the second wire in, we should be able to check if the second ring works correctly. It's actually pretty neat that you don't have to assemble everything, but can test it step by step. This will definitely be very fragile. I mean, I can probably put some more solder on there once I have put everything down here. Oh, I hope I will get the IC back in. Oh my, this will be a very tough hit. Otherwise I will have to desolder the ring. Yeah, this will be very tight, but we will see soon enough. If it works or not. Put some more solder into this gap here. Oh my. Will be a miracle if this works. Whew! Okay, let's first see if the microcontroller fits still into this thing. Notch is lined up with a notch. That's good. Yeah, I think there is enough space. Let's hope. Yeah, just barely. Just barely. There's a teeny tiny air gap here. There's a teeny tiny air gap, but that's all we need. That's probably why they said put it on the other side. Again, we have to run a wire. This time it needs to be slightly longer, like this. Now for the de-sleeving skills. All right. Again, putting some solder on the next pad. Ugh. Dirty tip. Better. Okay. Oh, it will get so hard to reach that later on. But that would have been the same problem on the other side, I think. I mean, I can always heat it up from below, but then it's much harder to hit the right spot on the other side with a tiny wire. So as long as I can do this, I will do it like this. I probably should have put in all the wires straight away, right? Maybe I can still do that. So I'm gonna put it onto this junction here, or intersection. Just heat it up. Come on. Okay, let's test drive it. Let's see the second ring, hopefully. El Trash, hello, guten Abend. Don't be confused, I'm gonna talk English, even to the whole German visitors. Gonna close the window for a moment. Much of rings, much work. I wanted to build an LED cube 10 by 10 by 10 long time ago, but material costs are around 200 euro. Yeah, nowadays they should be a bit cheaper, right? If you buy 1000 LEDs. Okay, second ring works. I call this a success. Does this LED actually work? Did not yet see it light up. No, it can't work because its leg broke off. But not to worry, we can fix it with more solder and or more heat, or both. There we are. One more test. Yeah, now it works. This one was dead because its cathode leg went off. Okay, this is a nice mode. So the mode switch definitely works. It does something. Yeah, that's cool. We will test the audio input later as well. Yeah. Next string. This is the next biggest ring. And I learned something, right? What did I learn? I learned to tin all the cathode legs first. Because this will make life simpler. And easier and better. So I'm glad that the weather got better. Last time we did this 2 days ago, we had this storm warning. The storm actually wasn't that bad, but there was a bit of hail and a bit of thunder. And today was actually pretty nice weather, just a bit of rain in between. But definitely no real winter this year. No snow, hardly any freezing temperatures. So I guess L-Trash is also from the DOS Reloaded forum. Not sure if your handle is the same there, but for some reason the name rings a bell. Okay, how far in do I have to twist this? Okay. Kind of like this. Feel free to chat and comment on anything, on stupid mistakes I make, on the weather, on old computers, on soldering, I don't know. Whatever suits you. Probably should bend the legs before I tin them, because the solder is like a blob and it makes gripping it harder. Yes, thanks to Matze we get more viewers. Of course, yeah. My channel is tiny, so I'm happy about every face that joins and talks about stuff and so on. Okay, I think I'm gonna go another round here and tin the lower rings cathode legs. Should make soldering easier. Pre-tinning everything. Oh, ooh, that's a huge blob right there. So this is actually more work than I thought. I didn't think that much on Monday that it would be a lot of work. But I think the ring assembly with the template is actually less work. It's easier than doing this finicky stuff. I'm gonna tin all the holes here as well, because I'm gonna use them very soon. Hi Jan Erik! Nice to see you. You missed the best parts where I did all the wrong stuff and the mistakes. But there were no explosions, no fire yet. Okay. Woohoo, yeah. We are now assembling the third ring. And when that is done, we'll do another test run. But so far I'm confident that it will work, because we now know how the stuff is supposed to happen. So I hope that there will be no big surprises. Yeah, when my smoke alarm goes off, make sure to have the sound on high. there's not enough solder here, or is there? No, there is. Oh, okay. For some reason, this is not going to plan. I sort of have a bit of a problem here, which I can show you in a minute. But I think I can just simply bend everything into place, because I have a little bit of leeway here. For some reason, doesn't fit as well as I thought it would. So if any of you is playing with the thought of buying this kit, it's definitely a lot of fun, and it sort of looks cool, but mine is going to be a bit crummy. I think you should take more care in how you bend the legs of the rings to make them fit better or perfectly. Yeah, my thing will be very crummy here. I think this will be more like not a sphere, but maybe a cucumber or a banana. Oh boy. Other than that, I think I'm almost completely around. Yeah, this is already sorted. Yeah, it's a bit crummy, but I think it's taking shape. Next up, the teensy wire. Roughly like this. We can test with sound maybe next. Like the VU meter thing. Okay. Attaching the wire. Where do I put this? Probably here. Oh, there was something under stress, and the stress was just released. Okay. Third ring is installed. Let's test it. Okay, seems to work. Nifty. I'm gonna fire up something. I should have an audio plug here somewhere. Question is where, and from where, and to which place. Somewhere around here should be an audio plug that we can use. coming out of this device. Here it is, and I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to go into this mode here, because since it doesn't light up anything. Oh, now it does. This is actually attached to my sound canvas, and I think I can run the demo song and we should see something. The question is, does anyone know what button to press on the SC55 for the demo song? I'm Googling, and while I'm Googling, maybe someone has an idea. I know that there are 2 built-in songs. I would hope that Serako Dream Blaster knows that. If he's still in the chat. Where does it say how to do that? Let's search for the manual. Here, Roland Sound Canvas SC55 Owner's Manual. So how do I play the demo song? Pooh. Well, it wasn't the instrument thing, was it? So I'm still looking, otherwise we'll just continue assembly, then we can look at this later. Precautions, blah blah blah. Ah, here it is. Okay. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, I can't test it. If someone finds out how to play the demo songs on the SC55, please tell me. Then we can have a test with a VU meter. But before we do that, I'm currently wondering if I'm doing this correctly. Let's check with the manual. YouTube is saying that it's not getting good enough stream, but I think OBS is fine. Do you still see something? Or is there a problem with the stream? My preview looks good. Let's check here with the example. So, all fine. Okay, then YouTube is just a bit paranoid. So 6, 4, 3rd. Oh, look at that. I think I did something wrong here. I used the wrong rings. So this should have been 1, 2, 3, 4, and we should have skipped the 5th ring. The 5th ring was actually supposed to be at the top. Oh well, we are doing something different today, it seems. So I think the idea was, because I will do something stupid now. Mine won't be a sphere then. That's also why it doesn't fit probably that well. So I should have skipped the 5th ring. This one I should have skipped and should have went directly to the 4th ring, which is this one here, and then to the 3rd. So yeah, I mean we can make it something like this. It won't be a sphere, but more like a funnel. So that would be possible, because the problem is, in theory, I should go after the next layer. I should go to this big layer, to this big ring here. But my fear is that it won't work. I can probably skip that ring and just put this on top. Then the biggest ring, and then go back smaller. I think that might work. But always read the manual, people. Let's try this. I will have to twist these a bit more than I probably would have if I'd done it correctly, but I think it will work. It's a tornado, yeah, exactly. It will look like a tornado otherwise. We'll make it eventually, well, we'll make it pear-shaped or something, which would be quite fitting. But as I said, whenever you guys will want to build this thing, you can learn from my mistakes and just do it right the first time. Yeah, this will not quite work. I'll have to bend it even a bit more. So, what projects are you guys working on? Any soldering or retro computer stuff? Or buying boats, maybe? I think YouTube just turned up the lag a bit because it thinks I'm not streaming fast enough, but all my indications are correct. Yeah, if anyone here has a boat to sell, I think Jan Erik is in the business of finding one. Okay, let's see if this could actually work with a little bit of bending and so on. So let's tin all the leads again. While I'm doing this, I would still love to see a demo with the sound input. I can probably pull another wire from somewhere else. I didn't see Thomas yet, Jan Erik. He was here Monday, but he's probably busy. BGA, yeah, but then I need other tools. I do occasionally watch Louis Rossmann do stuff like that on the Mac repairs, which is very educational. But I think you need a lot of practice and good hot air gun and stuff like that. Then it's supposedly not that hard, but it takes a lot of practice, I think. Okay, still have to solder the cathodes again. So tin everything to make it simple. Okay, phone is still filming. Today I saw that Tube Time, who is the author of the AdLib replica and the Snarkbarker, he is working on something new. But I couldn't. Part 3? Yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna do a part 3. I'd rather do the Tandy sound card in another stream and finish this up whenever. I think the Tandy would be more interesting because this is basically all the same thing, and we see that it works, right? We saw the first 3 rings work. Now it's just rinse and repeat and don't make the mistakes that I did. So I think it's more interesting to do another project on a live stream. And I already made 2 or 3 videos about the Tandy card, so I would think a live stream would be more interesting for that as well. Because there we can learn and show more, and actually Matthias can tell us which mistakes he made in the bomb and what we need to change and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make a part 3 for this one. But I was saying that Mr. Tube Time has some new project, but I couldn't identify from just looking at the picture he tweeted today what that would be. The stuff he's doing is usually very interesting, at least for me. I'm wondering what his day job is, or if he has a day job. Sometimes it seems that he just does retro sound card reverse engineering and things like that, and all kinds of weird computer and electronics related things. not so easy to get everything proper. No, this thing is a bitch. Or do you mean your bomb? But I have to say huge respect that you pulled this off. I can code, but I can't design any electronics. I wouldn't know when I produce a short circuit or put too much voltage into some transistor or whatever. I can just barely assemble that. But I find it highly fascinating that people do make such designs. And especially in their free time, where like 30 years ago that would have been a job where you got paid for and would have been groundbreaking. I'm a baker, yeah, I know that. Terrible work times, I guess. Okay. First casualty of the day, I burned my finger. So, but no need to call the ambulance yet. So, Matthias, are you self-employed or are you just working for one of the big bakeries? And how does one end up designing PCBs and retro sound cards when doing such a day job? Self-taught, or did you do like, did you learn this somewhere? Sorry, I did not follow you. I had some girlfriend interference. Yeah, that might happen here as well. Well, probably not the wife interference. She's, I think, reading, but kid interference. Usually around 10, one of them will wake up. Yeah, my question was, how did you end up being a baker and then designing PCBs? So did you learn that? Did you teach it yourself? You taught everything yourself. Okay, that's cool. How, I must ask? Reading books or just trying and many exploding ICs? Reading tutorials? Whoa, okay. Looks a bit crummy compared to the nice one in the manual, but I think I got every cathode. Now for the anode wire. Trying and keep frying. Yeah, that, okay, so, that makes sense. I'm not sure I would have the patience for that. But I have great respect for that. Definitely. Okay. Now it's again. No, it's still manageable. think this will be more or less the last string I'm doing tonight. As I said, this was definitely slower progress than I thought it would be. Okay, wire is installed. Now to attach it up here. And someday the frying stops and you know what you do, almost. That's encouraging, actually. So, testing the 4th ring. Yeah, seems nice. It begins to look actually pretty neat, I think. Here you have the tornado. Yeah, if I only knew how to put my SC55 in demo mode. I will have another try. I will have a look at the manual. Maybe I didn't find that. Oh, hi Thomas. Yeah, you almost missed the best bits. I did a lot of mistakes, but as you can see, we have something that sort of works. And I'm trying to feed in some audio from my SC55, but I don't know how to start the demo song. And I could probably just simply actually turn on the PC and run some demo music from Monkey Island or something into there. Let's see if I can switch to the VGA input here. Give me a second. Mistakes are good, yeah. Without mistakes, we would never learn, for sure. So, okay. Okay, the 386. But that took almost 1.5 hours. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for noticing that this progress is pretty slow. Okay, the 386 has booted. We are going to Monkey Island 2. I can see a thing. That's why I like SMD. Yeah, SMD is actually not that bad. I first feared it, and I still have to say that the compact flash connector for the XT CF Lite is still horrible. And I'm not sure I have ever gotten it to run. Okay, Monkey Island is fired up. Let's see if there's anything. Oh, I forgot to turn everything on. Damn. Not sure if we will. Ah, yeah, here. This is Monkey Island in VU meter mode. You can't hear it because I don't have any like. I have a mixer. I just got a mixer for my birthday, but I haven't attached it, so you can only see it. But this is actually pretty nice. So you can have it as a gadget for visualizing sound. You just need sort of like a Y cable or a mixer with an extra output. And yeah, this is what Monkey Island 2 looks like on this LED sphere. Yeah, I can show you probably my try. I assembled one of these completely. So this is here, this is the CF connector, and it's so tiny, and I'm not even sure I So at the moment I think there are solder bridges, but I soldered this like 3 times and then gave up. I have one in the 386, but I'm not using the connector because I think it doesn't work. I'm just using it for the ROM, actually. Yeah. So this is where we're at, and I think this is also where I will stop today, because that's 1.5 hours now, and I think that's good enough. We can kind of imagine how it will look like. I will need to assemble one more ring, and yeah. I did some mistakes. You people can watch them in the recording if you want to and laugh at me. But anyway, I think this is definitely a nice, although very tedious little kit. Yeah, I'm very impressed that it works at all. And we can put in different mode here. Yeah, it's probably not for... Oh, this looks also a bit like a VU meter, right? This looks pretty random. Anyway, I now forgot what I wanted to say. I'm pretty impressed by this thing. It's impressive that it works. I'm gonna close the thing. A lot of flux, yeah. I'm always on the brink on ordering Tachiflux, because I think Tachiflux is what's best for this kind of SMD soldering with a heat gun. And I'm almost tempted to retry doing this with a lot of flux and proper heat gun and stuff like that. Yeah, at some point. But I think next live stream will be definitely the Tandy card, because I already did 2 proper videos on that, and this is more or less just to show that the final version is great. And oh, I've even got a 3D printed bracket in there, that's nice. And all the components and a nice MS-DOS and Tandy sticker. So this will be, yeah, Tachiflux is, I think, the gel form, exactly. And I'm not sure when this will be, maybe next week, but I will put the stream up with all is well. Yeah, I mean, you are supposed to join and tell me. I will put it up in advance for a couple of days, so people can hold their schedules and clear their schedules. Yeah, so I think this should be quite the fun to do. But other than that, I call this a semi-success. I will finish this at some point tomorrow or in the next couple of days. Yeah, I like this thing. I don't have a link for this. I guess you can simply Google if you want to have this as well. This was what was on the sticker on the back. Piminol LED cubic ball, and there was also a instruction sheet with a bomb and the schematics. But the most important thing is the PDF manual, and you should sort of like definitely read that better than I did. But you can of course watch the video and see where I went wrong, and you can just make it better. And now it's exactly 10. 1.5 hours are over. I thank you all very much for joining. It was fun chatting with you, and hope we can do another live stream like this, because it's actually pretty neat to have some feedback. And yeah, as I said, next time will be definitely the Tandy sound card. And that should be easier, I think, because I roughly know my way around that thing already. And see you next time. Have a nice evening.